and welcome to the Nerdy Bazaar. You may remember on my previous video, I was rearranging my nerd room. Well, that was no small task, and well, it's now finished. So, rather than show you how I got there, let's just show you the finished results. Are you ready for this? It's going to be a long one, so strap in, get a cup of tea, and let's go have a look at my collection. Ready? Let's go! Welcome to the nerd room. So if you remember on the last Nerd Room video, I was doing the Transformers, so I thought I'll give you a proper tour. Here we've got Optimus Prime with like Season 1 and Season 2 bots. So the Dino bots back there, looking all awesome. The big Superion and the Skylynx. On my last Nerd Room, Skylynx really couldn't get like showed off like this, so I'm happy with that. We've got some of the Japanese characters here, like a Jinrai. Also, there's Defensor there as well. Ignore that. We've got Skyfire or Jetfire, depending on how you like them. We've got the Headmasters. All sorts of cool figures in there. Again, you could be there for hours just looking at them, couldn't you? Well, that's what we're gonna do. So they're looking amazing. Then I've got my Decepticon shelf. Here we've got Megatron. He's surrounded by Decepticons for some reason. Is that focus? There we go. Starscream and Soundwave and Shockwave. Loads of empty Energon cubes. We've got Refractor. We've got Blitzwing and the Coneheads and the other Seekers. Galvatron. His minions. I finally completed the Great Big Devastator. He looks amazing. Predaking and Bruticus and Menasor. Now, the next one we're starting on is Bruticus. We're going for that, the complete. Because I like that Bruticus, but if you compare him to the others, he just doesn't really he doesn't fit the aesthetic. I'm sorry, Brute, but you're out. And then we move down to here, which is my masterpiece shelf for the most part. We've got a Megatron and Optimus. Jinrai, got a Nemesis Prime, even got a Shattered Glass one there. Inferno, my big guy. I love Inferno. He's awesome. Also got a few Iron Factory guys down here because I literally just needed a place to put them. But I like them. That's a cool shelf. Then we go to the G1 shelf. Ooh, that's a good shelf. Focus in. Like I say, we've got Optimus and Megatron. The Dinobots, Starsaber, Scorponok in the back, still looking for his shoulder cannons, Metroplex, the Tonka Devastator, because I'll never own a complete Devastator, come on, Jetfire again, Jinrai, Tripticon, Soundwave, the Seekers, all the Soundwave's minions, the Mini-Bots, and I've got Ratchet, the Headless Wonder. I want to get Prowl in here and Ironhide to complete it, but we're there. Down here we got some more the G1 stuff. Also, I put lights in so it all works really well. So we've got combiners. Next one I'm working on is G1 Menasor. I've got all these bits, I just need his head and feet. My most recent acquisition was Landfill here. He's not got his Target Masters, but what do you expect? Rodimus, Laser Prime, G2 Megatron, Galvatron, the movie characters, and all loads of these. We've got some Battle Beasts. Freaking Battle Beasts. That's how you know you're a real collector. Battle Beasts. And if I move down here again, more lights. Isn't that cool? Come on, focus. There we go, we've got like the headmasters, and we've got some pretenders back there. I've also got there, if you notice, I've got the Seacons. Didn't realise after I bought that complete, I had almost all of them loose. I just needed the head and the hands. That was all I needed, so I have, you know, a whole set, 2 sets of Seacons, but I don't care. But I say I've got all the headmasters, got those, what's the name, the missing link Optimus. There's also the missing link Bumblebee there. Throttlebots, other monster things. But my G1 collection is looking pretty awesome. But I have to stand up now because I'm getting old. Here we've got what I call the shiny masterpiece shelf. I've got my Beast Wars Transmetal Galvatron, Optimal Optimus, Transmetal Black Arachnia. We've got Dinobot. We've got Transmetal Tarantulas. We've got Dinobot 2, Silverbolt, Quick Strike, the Geiger Power Grimlock because he's shiny, and then another shiny Dinobot. I've also put the Toy Fu custom robots here because I want them to, like, you know, be on their own thing. A few other little Curiosos, is that the right word? Curiosos that I've got from TF Nation, so that's there. Below that, I call this my goon shelf. You gotta love a good goon shelf. It's literally every Decepticon that doesn't fit on this one. Mostly Japanese characters, but like I said, we've got Quintessons, Overlord, Combiner Wars, Abominus, Sky Shadow, Six Shot, the G2 Coneheads, Target Masters, Farak. I love Farak. I love that mold, so it's great. A few others, Skullgrin, Knockout. I figured this version of Wheeljack, if it wants to focus, there you go, would go here just cause, you know, he's technically a Decepticon. We've got these idiots, a few others. But yeah, that's just a really cool, like, goon shelf. Everyone needs a good goon shelf. And I say goon as in henchman, not the modern version. I just realised that sounds really dirty. Get your minds out the gutter, you filthy pervs. Anyway, down here, originally was just going to be like more like animated stuff, and then it just turned into a Unicron Trilogy shelf. Obviously, in the middle you've got the Unicron itself. He's got an evil Jetfire. There's Megatron's Ironhide. You know the characters. Another Inferno because, you know, he's my boy. There's Ultra Magnus that Andrew gave me. And then I did all of them with all these cool, like, the original toys, and then I realised I found a box with, like, extra stuff, so we've got a more modern version of Cybertron Starscream there. It wants to focus. My camera just doesn't want to focus. There it is. So yeah, the Unicron Trilogy shelf looks really cool. But next we're going to go to my favourite shelf. Absolute favourite shelf in the entire thing is my original Beast Wars shelf. Originally it was in a much smaller shelf and you couldn't see anything at the back, but with the lights and the shiny stuff, this is so cool. Like I said, we've got Megatron, we've got Optimus Primal, Tiger Hawk, we've got shiny Prowl, Transmetal 2 Megatron and Transmetal Megatron, Quick Strike again, Waspinator, we've got Rampage. Look how freaking cool Transmetal Pterosaur looks. I love that guy. We've got Depth Charge. I met his voice actor a few years ago. Tarantulas. The only character I need for this shelf is the Transmetal Tarantula. What's the name? Black Arachnia. But she's on my goal for this year at TF Nation. So, but I absolutely love this shelf. And if we go down, we've got the more modern Beast Wars shelf, which is, again, it's mostly the same characters, just more modern. Although I've got a Skybite in there. Also, I've got 8-Link from the last movie because I had nowhere really else to put him. But I like this shelf, but it's not as good as this shelf. If you go down here, I don't know if my camera should pick up. Literally, the bottom shelf is literally everybody else that I could not fit on every other bit. I couldn't tell you who's on there because it's literally, there's so many of them. I've also got the Cybertron Metroplex just like there, because it's, you know, Unicron Trilogy, he's a part of it. Why not? We've got some Titans down here as well. Oh, we've got a crappy G.I. Joe Megatron. He's not great, but he goes there. We've got Black Zarek, Fort Max, and then we've got Devastator. I like that I got these here, because originally I thought they were going to have to be like that, like in the middle, like ruins the floor space, but having them there, they're so out of the way, it's great. You also notice there's a Power Ranger baddie there, because I have a Power Ranger shelf. Although I do kind of want to rearrange this, because you can't see the Power Rangers at the back. I've kind of like started to collect the Zords. So that one's a work in progress. We go down here, we've got a cool GoBots shelf. Literally I needed room. But this whole section here, let me just stand up. Ooh, go. Is the anime section. That looks amazing. There's also the Erin's Nerd Room up there. This whole part we bought, we thought it was the same length as these. So we thought, oh, we could have 3 of them. 9. It would be a great shelving unit. Only to buy it and realise it's shorter. So we were like, oh, well, we could get another one of these. And we've got all this for all the anime stuff. A lot of this stuff was in my living room, and it's like it was too much for someone to like live, surrounded by that many like action figures. Trust me, it is. But yeah, there's lots and lots of anime figurines there, and also got, that's where I found a place to put all my Pokemon card binders. It's guarded by Voltron and a little duck. So there's lots of cool anime stuff here. 3D printed Pokeballs. You all know I love Bulbasaur, so I had to get Bulbasaur. A little known fact, I really like Ninarino, so I got a Ninarino one too. Down here there's, like I say, lots more cool anime figures, as well as original like Pokemon figurines from like back in there. I even have a place to put my samurai sword, replica. It's a replica, it's not real. It's not real. We put the shelving unit that was like right there, in the corner. I like that being in the corner, because originally it was like right there. As soon as you walk in, it was there, and I hated it. So out there, you just don't notice it. I put the Avatar stuff up there. You got, Jake and Neytiri. Also got the big Mosasaurus, because he's so big. He's so big. We also have an X-Wing that does have a Luke Skywalker in. Originally, I was trying to find a place to put this, and I thought it looks really good there. Now the next bit, I was going to film me doing it, but it took so long to do, and I was doing it when I felt up to it. It's the Marvel Legends shelf. Oh my lord, that's a lot of Marvel Legends. Originally it did have, there was a plan to it, but it just kind of went out the window. So like up here originally was going to be like, A-list superheroes, that kind of stuff. Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, the Hulk. And then it just kind of like bled into this. There's Falcon, Wolverine, Wonder Man, Ghost Rider, and then more street level. It was meant to be a bit more cohesive than this, but it's what I've got. Then I've got Spider-Man. Well, mostly Spider-Man. Come on, focus on Aunt May. There she is. Then I've got a custom Spider-Girl there with a different head. I've got a custom Harry Osborn there, but next to it. Yeah, I like making customs. There's also Flash Thompson. I've just knocked over Wolverine. Oh well. Heal. Harry, Flash Thompson. There's a custom Matt Murdock, and a custom Gwen Stacy, and a custom Norman Osborn. Like I said, there was a Wolverine there. He's on the floor. But yeah, it's Spider-Man stuff. I wanted unmasked characters, and Deadpool didn't get the memo. And for some reason, back there, I have got Stiltman, simply because he does not fit anywhere else. We moved down here. Originally, this was going to be the whole Spider-Man shelf, but it just turned into his villains. Let me focus. There we go. Again, there's a custom Cletus Cassidy figure. Green Goblin and all that stuff. The Spot. I do like that Dark Arc there. Originally that was Dark Arc, and but that's what now we've got a classic one there, so we've got all that going on. Then we've got the 90s versions of the X-Men. I can't do the theme song, but I thought let's pick a theme, and the 90s is the best, so we've got that. We've got a Sentinel up the corner. Like I say, we've got Magneto, Cyclops, Wolverine, Iceman, Professor Xavier. I am tempted to swap out that Xavier and get the Savage Land one, because then I can use that body and make a much more accurate Norman Osborn. It's a thought. It's a thought. We've got Kitty Pryde, Apocalypse, Magic, Archangel. Archangel's awesome. But I had a lot more X-Men originally on the shelf, on my original X-Men shelf, because originally they were on one of these, and that's a lot deeper. So it looks like there's a lot of guys on there, but originally I had all this and all of these on there as well. There's a lot of characters there that I missed, which is sucky because these are all like the the obscure characters. But yeah, we've got like Corsairs, there's Legion, Strong Guy, there's a different morph on there. Boom Boom, all awesome. If we move up, we've got Age of Apocalypse. They'll probably never make any more of these, but my god, I love the Age of Apocalypse figures. They were so cool. I have the whole line, and it's just, I wish they'd make more, but they won't. We go up here, we've got Spider-Verse. Basically every other Spider-Man figure I have kind of went on there. And then we go up to here. I realized I had a lot of symbiotes, so we have a lot of symbiotes being ruled over by their ruler Null. I know, it's cool, right? Then we go to space, lots of space heroes and aliens and stuff. And then that's kind of where I started to lose track of how I wanted to theme it. Like I had this, it's the MCU Spider-Man stuff. All his villains and all kinds of coolness. And I've got some more, lots more MCU here. I don't know if you can see that because I'm holding this up on a big tripod. But lots of cool Avengers. I then tried to do MCU Iron Man shelf, but I ran out of room for more of the comic book stuff. Because again, when we bought that, it was shorter and thinner than we thought. So I thought, right, we want to buy some more of these, and we did, and it was a lot shorter, so it really throws off my whole aesthetic. But we got this comic book Iron Man's in there. Tons more MCU. You can see why I didn't film this. This took so long to do. Lots of villains. And then we've got miscellaneous stuff. Just stuff at this point I'm just trying to get it into the shelves. Got the Fantastic Four there as well, as Wolverine decided to join. We've got a Bruce Banner figure with some Hulk figures. That's pretty awesome. Lots and lots of figures, and they kind of get older the lower down we get to more the Toy Biz era. And then down there, got these. Mojo and MODOK at the back. But I think that looks amazing. As a Marvel Legends shelf. Yeah, it's a bit higgledy-piggledy in places, but my god, that looks amazing. So I collect Transformers. I have anime stuff, and I collect Marvel Legends. But I have other collections as well that I like. I like Star Wars. Who doesn't like Star Wars? So this originally was in my hallway, and I didn't like it there because it wasn't really displayed. So I've got almost a complete set of the Kenner set. I started stacking these and having them all layered so you can see them better. They fell over like 5 or 6 times. I got so fed up that eventually it was just like, no, they're going in like that. I will go back at some point and fix them. Oh, every vehicle that you see has the correct pilot. I don't know if I can get him in there, but you can see him at the top. He does have the correct pilot. I also have almost a complete set of Kenner Marvel superheroes and villains. I'm missing a handful. I do have a Hulk somewhere, but I don't know where he is. And then one of the reasons I wanted to move a lot of this stuff is I had a lot of He-Man figures. There's a lot of He-Man. And I wanted, it was in my living room, and it's like, I like He-Man, but I don't want people coming in, like Repairman and whatever, and see, like, I just have like a million He-Man figures. And it wasn't just figures, you know, I had like loads of vehicles and stuff. So having them here feels so much better. There's also a Ghostbusters figure because he's cool, and a random Stormtrooper. I also have the modern He-Man Masters of the Universe figures. I thought these would fill up just one of these cubbies. There's another set like right down there. Also, if you notice, there's an AT-AT again with a full contingency of Stormtroopers aboard. So, yeah, you hear me? I'm Skeletor, huh? I can't wait for the new movie. Up here we have the Millennium Falcon. I've been restoring this with the extra bits, and yes, it does have a full crew. I got an extra Chewie and Han in there. There's also a Lando and the guy with the lips that helps blow up the Death Star also in there. It will be complete eventually. I'm just, like I say, I'm working on it. She might not look like much, but she'll make 0.5 past light speed. There's also some classic micro machines down there I found. Well, they should go there. And as you can probably see, I have a whole Godzilla section. I do love me some Godzilla. There's lots of them down there. It's all different eras, but you know, it's cool. Although I do need a better Mothra because I only have it in the little pupa stage. And then they've got lots of his villains down here. These are a pain to get in because obviously their tails get in the way. Because originally they were up top and they had a lot of room. They do not. It's annoying. You can see this big boy here is Metroplex that Andy gave us. I kind of just put him as just to put him there, and I thought, you know, I actually really like this here, so Metroplex lives here. Same goes for the Ark. I transformed it into that, so I was storing it at my mom's, and I decided, hey, I'll transform it into spaceship mode for easy transportation, and I popped it there, and I really like it there. I think that looks so good. If we go further down, we've got some beast machines. They didn't fit. I had so many Transformers, they just didn't fit. I want to redo this one. There's some of them have fallen over, but still looking cool. We've got my Prime shelf. There's lots of Primes on there. And then there's literally like whatever Transformers I had left over. There's also some custom Star Wars figures I made there. Speaking of Star Wars, we've got some Black Series stuff there. I don't really collect them, but if they're cheap or I like the characters, you'll see there's like a lot of Ahsoka. I like Ahsoka. Down here we've got some much more vintagey toys. You know, classic Pokemon, Ghostbusters, Thundercats, Turtles, Bucky O'Hare. There's lots of cool stuff there. I've got bags and bags to put out in these last couple, but I'm getting old, guys. Bending over hurts. We've got the Prime shelf. We're still working on that. We'll hopefully finish that this year. Go up there. We've got the Blockies. Lots and lots of Blokies. And then if we go all the way up to the top, I started putting my Jurassic Park stuff there. Yes, I know Godzilla's there. I didn't plan it out very well. Also King Kong. But it's such, they're so big because they're all in like scale with one another. So I have some more in my hallway with my Kenner Jurassic Park, so I'll show you that in a minute. But if we go down here, I also had some left over. Just some Ceratopsids. But yeah, that's like the everything else / retro shelf, which looks amazing. Well, it does to me anyway. So I'm trying to think what else I've got to show you other than, like I said, we've got the big Jack specific figures that I customed. That's about it, guys. That is a Nerds Room tour, which I'll be honest, I thought this was going to be like an hour-long video because there's so much stuff. Tell you what, I'll show you my classic kind of stuff. There they are, the classic Jurassic Park action figures of dinosaurs. Even have the little pterodon. I have all the dinosaurs and all the people. The only vehicle I need is the green Ford Explorer. And then we've got some more, and there's a couple Jurassic Park 2 stuff, because I started collecting Jurassic Park 2 stuff as well. There's a lot of human characters in that. Got Jeff Goldblum on a thing. And then if we go down there, we've got like the leftover dinosaurs that couldn't fit on my dinosaur shelf. But yeah, that's literally, that's the first thing you see. That's like, yep, this is a dinosaur house. Speaking of dinosaurs, this is one in my living room, because how the hell am I going to get that anywhere else? But these are all like the Hammond collection, the more modern stuff. Giganotosaurus, T-Rex, Carnotaurus. They all have. I like how their eyes glow in this, because they've got like a little glass marble inside, so it's always looking. But they've got like eye shine. It's awesome. Got a Velociraptor up there. Commemorative cups from the last movie. Security badge there. Baryonyx, giant Stegosaurus, and then the Hot Wheels versions of the cars. This goes on my lizard tank. This has got nothing to do it, but I wanted to show off my lizard tank. My little baby lizard, Lola. Let's get her out and show you. This is Lola. She's only a few months old. She was half asleep, so she does not want to play at the moment. But she's so cute when she wants to be. I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen where she's not trying to run away. Look how gorgeous the colours on her are. Focus on you. Focus. Focus. Yeah, she does not want to play at the moment. She loves toilet rolls just recently. I put one in there as a random thing, and she just absolutely adores the toilet rolls. See, she's... And there she goes to have a nap. So that's Lola. A little distraction, but Lola. So that was my nerd room and lizard for some reason. It took a long time to get to this point, but I really like it. It feels like it's got lots of space to like expand more. So that's what we always want, is more space, guys. So yeah, that's the Nerdy Bazaar. Literally the Nerdy Bazaar, because it's a bazaar of all different collections. It's also my home away from home, in my home. Hope you enjoyed this episode, a little room tour and collection tour. I've got some things planned coming up. They should be fun. See you on the next one. Peace.